Hi everyone. In this video you'll see a complete walkthrough of our DaVinci script, which is powered by OpenAI. Basically, one platform that you can use to create any kind of AI created text, content, whatever you prefer. The link for the demo is available in the description. But in this demo, we'll be showing all the functions that exist, all the features that exist within the script itself. You can get entire source code in Code Canyon. Link is in the description as well. So without further ado, let me explain what we have here. So this is just a demo, but here is just a complete blank installation of our script on a different domain. And we want to show you what you'll see when you'll first register, basically. Now, upon logging in, you'll first see admin panel. Now, just today we released version 1.3, and this is a walkthrough of pretty much latest version. Now you have some valuable information here in terms of the number of users, or just how many of them are actually your subscribers, and so forth. One thing I want to highlight that we get a question frequently is the estimated part. Now, total estimated, hence the name is estimated in terms of the spending. It's just an estimation. So if you want to get clear value, always rely on your OpenAI account. This is just to showcase in terms of if you are getting a lot of users, showcase you where you are pretty much heading in terms of the cost-wise for your OpenAI services. Now, to give you overall picture, backend processing of creating AI content is fully done by OpenAI. So you need to have an OpenAI account and get your API key and then include it in the script. I'll show you in a second where exactly. That being said, just keep in mind if, for example, you had, I don't know, 1 million, someone created a content who is 1 million words, obviously you see some 1 million converted to the actual value from the cost perspective, and then if that content is deleted from your platform, obviously it will show 0. So in this case, don't rely on this one too much. The rest is pretty much straightforward in terms of latest registrations, and then but some additional information. But let me take it from top to bottom in terms of the side menu part. The top one AI panel is the part that actually sees users and subscribers. Now, user can, I didn't create any plans. For example, since when I signed up, I'm basically on a free tier, but I could, if I had some plans, we would see it here. And I'll show you how to create a plan, just to walk through on this, because we've seen some questions on that part. Now, what user has? When user also has its own dashboard here. Since I'm admin, I'm also a user, so I'm seeing my interface as the user part as the user now. There's some in terms of some additional information that in terms of the consumption or usage that a user can get, but also for quick access, you can also have your favorite templates listed here, and it's easy to add them. All you have to do is click on the templates or from there, and as you can see here, we already have pre-built templates for you. So this comes with the script, and we'll check a couple of those. And to get back to the previous one, all you have to do is add it as your favorite. That's it. And when you go back to your dashboard, for example, that's going to be listed here, and you can remove it. Simple as this. Not a problem. Okay, in terms of the templates, as you can see, we have a lot of those. Now, I don't have my OpenAI API key integrated here yet. Again, this is just for demo purposes of the features itself, but let me explain what you have here. In version 1.3, we removed automatic saving of the results. So in order to, when you generate a text, any kind of, you put here, for example, welcome email, you put your company name, you put your, some description, and then when you generate a text, it will show up here. Let me actually include the keys, but before we include the keys, let me first explain you one of the most important and confusing part for our customers is the max result length. So max result length is something you set up on the left, So let's go to the DaVinci management. Let's go to the DaVinci settings, and I'll explain all the features there so it will be clear for you. So this is the place where you set all the default settings when it comes to the DaVinci usage. Now, the name of the DaVinci, yes, the name of the DaVinci script, but you can change the logo, you can change obviously the name of the website, but these kind of keywords in the admin panel, DaVinci, etc., that cannot be changed, and I wouldn't really worry about them because again, this is a regularly updated script, so there's a lot of plans in terms of to add new features. Hence, the side menu will always get changed, and whatever you change here, it will be overwritten. So it really does make sense. What's important part is this one that the client sees, and that's the part that you need to be most worried about or care, I would say. But coming back to the DaVinci settings, so you can select any of the models that OpenAI provides, starting from Ada, which is the cheapest and fastest, up to the DaVinci, which is the most expensive and most capable. But just a couple days ago, OpenAI finally released their APIs for ChatGPT, and now you can use ChatGPT as a standalone model. So it's not here it's not here used as the in a chat version, so it will pop up in our future versions in the left side as the separate chat system, AI chat system. But meanwhile, you can use it as instead of DaVinci, for example, because from the quality perspective, it's pretty much equal. You can do some experiments if you want, but from the cost-wise, it's 10 times cheaper. So it's in your interest, perhaps, to use ChatGPT, maybe. Default language is the one language that will be set or whenever you start a template, and then basically what kind of result you want to get. Currently it's set at the admin level. In the future update, we will also allow this capability feature for the users as well, so they can set their default language as they prefer. We support currently 33 languages, so those languages are tested by the respective people who basically have this language as their native language, because OpenAI mainly supports English. That's the language it was developed with and tested with. It does support the rest of the languages, but you have to be careful because we've seen various results on some languages, and hence the list is currently for up to 33. These are just default settings in terms of the tone of voice. One of the features there, this is in terms of the creativity default state, is the higher you get, the more random responses you get. So the variety differs. The low, obviously, it's less variety in terms of the different response types. The template access is, so we do have all templates when they are first created or when you first install, they'll be by default marked as a standard or regular. There is basically standard or regular license templates, nothing specific, but then you can mark them as a professional templates, and I'll show you how just in a second. Which means if I, for example, set to only professional, it means me as an admin, I will have access only to professional templates. I'll just see only professional templates, or not see, but I will not be able to access the rest anyways. Same goes for standard and vice versa. Now, this is the part I wanted to highlight, maximum results length. It's basically, you need to understand, and I suggest you read this part, is OpenAI has limits in terms of how the length of text that it can return based on the request, regardless of the request. The hard limit is based on the models itself that OpenAI uses. All first three, they have limit up to 2048 tokens. Now, tokens, that's how OpenAI measures all the results, is approximately 4 or 5 character words, sometimes bigger, less, sometimes more, but that's average. So 2048 tokens can make roughly 1600 words. So always keep that in mind. Exception is DaVinci and ChatGPT. There they support up to 4000 tokens, and then you can do the math based on that part. And for example, if you're trying to generate an article, and we get this a lot, that hey, I'm trying to run an article, it ended at some point. Well, of course it will if you set the max token results as 300